27th Annual Audio Awards, celebrating excellence in audiobooks.
What? You want me to use my eyes? No, man. I got two perfectly good ears. Check it. Let's all salute the audiobook. You can devour that bestseller without taking a look. Save your eyeballs.
What?
Never strain them.
What?
You've got two ears.
What?
Entertain them.
Yeah.
At the Audies, it's our mission to salute the books we listen to. So what? The world's on fire. Watch our sales climb ever higher.
It's the 27th Audies. As for print books, we say not these. We celebrate the great narrators and the audio creators and the writers and translators, and we'll flip the bird to the haters. Folks who think that books need paper, download a book so you can hear it. Grab your headphones. Hey! That's the spirit. Hey! Grab your headphones. Hey! Take it away, Bennett.
Welcome to the Audies.
Online.
Welcome to the Audies.
But we're fine.
Once again, we're all homebodies.
In those slippers and that sweat and those t-shirts.
And I think it's time
For some popcorn and some wine.
And I think it's time. By God, we start the show.
If I can't hear it, I won't go near it. Word.
Please join us in welcoming our host for the evening, actor, writer, producer, and former Associate Director of the White House Office of Public Engagement, Cal Penn.
Good evening. I'm Cal Penn. The Audies are our annual celebration of creativity in the field of audiobooks, or as everyone under the age of 30 now calls them, books. This is actually very heavy. Well, while we're doing the tech rehearsal that we probably should have scheduled for this morning, I guess I'd like to tell you about the roundabout way in which I became an audiobook narrator. So first, I wrote a book, right? And let me tell you, that's not easy to do. Like many people, I'm a very slow reader, so writing this thing took a really long time. My book is called You Can't Be Serious, and it's about growing up in New Jersey with immigrant parents who wanted me to be a doctor or an engineer, not an actor. And it's about my time in Hollywood, where casting agents wanted me to be a doctor or an engineer, not an actor. But don't worry, my parents eventually became fans of my work, including the Harold and Kumar movies. Now, generally, they do disapprove of R-rated movies, but that's unless I'm in them. Now, come on, that's unconditional love, right? Curse words are only okay if they're helping pay my bills, which they did, and they do, and you're welcome. When I finished writing my book, I gotta tell you, I felt this incredible sense of accomplishment, in addition to relief. And then my editor at Simon & Schuster asked me, Cal, do you want to narrate your own audiobook, or do you want to hire someone else to do it? There's an audiobook? And I can hire someone else? I had no idea. I was intrigued. On the one hand, I'd had enough of me. But then I thought, who's the best person for the job, right? Who would understand the syntax and the pace and the timing of my jokes? So I said, okay, if you can't get Tina Fey, I'll do it. They couldn't get Tina Fey. It took 9 days. 9! That's 9 days that I could have spent... Anyway, that's 9 days. I recorded the audiobook at a studio in Hell's Kitchen with a wonderful engineer who I think was behind bulletproof glass and a wonderful remote producer who I think was in pajamas. And when we broke for lunch the first day, I heard the producer say, well, he's no Vikas Adam, which I didn't really understand until this week when I started preparing for this gig. Anyway, I was feeling pretty good about myself as we started recording my audiobook, and then we took a weekend break. And I went to visit my niece, who, for the record, is my favorite person in the world. Picked up a copy of The Lorax, stared at his gorgeous mustache, and I cleared my throat to start reading to her. And she said, Uncle Cal, are you going to use all your actor voices again? Well, yes, you beautiful little punk. You know, I do voices for cartoons on TV, so you're in for a real treat. And she said, just this time, could you please just read to me in a normal voice? I mean, this rattled me. When we went back to the studio, I started to doubt myself. I second-guessed my choices. And so it continued like that for the rest of the 9 days. 9 days of self-hatred that was so severe, it matched the feeling I had writing the book. 9 days of thinking about how I could have punched up some of the jokes better. 9 days of wishing I'd written a shorter book, maybe. 9 days of knowing I'm Novikas Adam. Did I do a good job? Well, we'll find out next year when I do or don't show up to collect my own Audie, hopefully in person. This is the second year in a row when the Audies are virtual, and believe me, I wanted to do this in person with an audience that was full of people mingling and laughing. At a time in history when people need comfort and diversion, audiobooks provide them. More people than ever are listening to audiobooks. We've seen industry growth year after year, and in the world of digital audiobooks, there are no supply chain issues. Sure, the world's going to hell, but business is strong, God bless America. And now, let's get started with our awards.
It's wonderful to be here this evening celebrating the spoken word. When you're reading, especially if it's a good book and you read a lot, it's often tempting to race your way to the end. But the spoken word makes you take your time and forces you to luxuriate in the weight of each word. Like a story told around the fires of yore, the human voice holds you in its power and bids you stay a while in the world that it creates. Storytelling is also how we share culture and impart ideas from person to person. These ideas often motivate and empower. Tonight's finalists in the business and personal development category intend to do just that. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that the inventor of the Ferris wheel never met the inventor of the carousel? They didn't move in the same circles. Okay. I'm not nearly as funny as tonight's finalists in the category of humor.
I've been a fan of audiobooks forever. I actually wrote a book of my own, He Said, She Said, Lessons, Stories, and Mistakes from My Transgender Journey, and recorded my own audiobook. I think it's beautiful listening to the person who wrote it in their voice, the inflect of their tone. It just makes it so much more personable. The great animator Joseph Barbera once said, "One of the most attractive things about writing your autobiography is that you're not dead." Another attractive thing is that you might get an Audie for telling the story of your life. So until the day when every home in America has a time machine, the best way for us to understand the past is to have it explained by someone who's smart and read by someone with a gorgeous soul and magnificent voice. That brings us to our next category. The nominees in the field of history and biography are, and this year's Audie for history and biography goes to
Clanlands, Whiskey, Warfare, and a Scottish Adventure Like No Other by Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish with Charlotte Reether. Narrated by Sam Heughan and Graham McTavish.
Oh, a huge thank you. Thank you to Audie for the fantastic award.
Yes, thank you for this incredible honor. I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled. Actually, I've been a long-standing lover of audiobooks, so to be the recipient of such an award is indeed rather marvelous.
We must thank our publisher, right?
We must thank our publisher, Hodder and Stoughton, and we must thank each other. I want to thank you.
I want to thank you. It's been nice actually seeing you instead of just having your dulcet tones.
It's significant that I thanked you first, though.
Well, I'll thank you first, but thank you.
But to everybody, a big thank you for voting for this and for making Sam and I very happy.
Thank you.
I am having so much fun tonight. I love celebrating audiobooks because I love audiobooks. I love listening to them. I love writing for them. And I've really, really loved judging them, partly because it has really pushed me to listen to the kind of things I wouldn't normally listen to, like science fiction. And these books are blowing my mind. I have had so many driveway moments, or whatever you call a driveway moment when you live in a city and don't drive a car, where I just could not put down these books. Anyhow, these audiobooks are so wonderful, and I love being here celebrating all this amazing work. Many of us grew up watching sleuths on television, whether we're from the generation of Sergeant Joe Friday, Jessica Fletcher, Jim Rockford, or Adrienne Monk. There aren't many characters like that left on TV,
But on audiobooks, the mystery industry is alive and well. Except for the victims, who are neither alive nor well. This year, the mystery finalists are... Next up are the titles that keep us awake until 4 a.m. because we can't stop listening until we find out whether the heroine or hero saves the day.
My name is Anna Maria Alessi, and as president of the Audio Publishers Association, I am especially honored to be here this evening celebrating another year of growth for our industry. It truly has been astounding. Look at the example of audiobooks recorded in Spanish. The growth figures have been spectacular. In the span of only 3 years, the number of audiobooks published in Spanish have more than doubled. The APA is so proud to again be celebrating Spanish language spoken word at the audies. The winner is
La Casa de Bernarda Alba by Federico García Lorca. Narrated by Gloria Muñoz, Elena González, Rebeca Hernando, Carmen Mayordomo, Marta Poveda, Sol de la Barreda, Beatriz Melgares, Cristina Arias, and Antonio Martínez Asensio.
Congratulations!
I'm so excited to be here. I recently fell in love with audiobooks. I'm from LA, so I spent a lot of time in the car. And what better thing is there to be transported out of traffic to some magical story that I can listen to? So I'm very excited to be here. Anyway, no one wants to talk about traffic, but there's nothing small about a short story. From The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Bartleby the Scrivener to Minority Report and The Swimmer, short stories have had a huge impact on our culture. Who among us will ever forget Shirley Jackson's The Lottery? Romance audiobooks are big business and growing bigger all the time. Now, wait, don't take that the wrong way. Just because romance sometimes prompts jokes about Fabio and heaving bosoms and more, it is a big part of what keeps the lights on.
Hey, I'm so excited to be here tonight. As you can see, I wore my sequins to show how special this is. I'm so excited to be presenting and to be a judge. I just love audiobooks, and I'm really excited to present this next category. It is the first experience that so many people have with audiobooks. And so here are the finalists for young listeners. Congratulations! Our next category is middle grade, which are audiobooks intended for children ages 8 to 12. I don't know about the rest of you, but that was such a formative time in my life. Shout out Sweet Valley. But it's not really kid stuff. I think we should point that out. Consider that past nominees and winners have included Robin Williams, Kate Burton, Kenneth Branagh, Nick DiGiovanni, and even Weird Al. So this year, the middle grade finalists are... Now, is there a kid in your house who rarely speaks to you, who wants a tattoo, who spends all of their time texting? If so, congratulations, you are the parent of a young adult. Our thoughts are with you. But now, in the category of young adult, the 2022 finalists are...
I'm so happy to present at the Audie Awards this evening. As a writer and a librarian, it's truly been an honor to judge such terrific work. And so now I'm excited to present the finalists in audio drama. This category is filled with exceptional titles that blend interactive vocal performance and technical acumen with full casts, a music score, and extensive sound design. Our finalists tonight are... Congratulations! And now we have titles that are audio first and sometimes only audio. Previous finalists include 3 presidents, and none of them won. Being the leader of the free world doesn't mean you're a cinch to win. The finalists for original work this year are...
And the 2022 Best Male Narrator is... Lin-Manuel Miranda, narrating Aristotle and Dante dive into the waters of the world, by Benjamin Alire Symes.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for this incredible honor. I have to start with Benjamin, the author of this wonderful book and created the world of Aristotle, Mendoza, and Dante Quintana, which I think is a love story for the ages. I don't read a lot of audiobooks, but I was just so inspired by Discover the Secrets of the Universe that I really wanted to tell that story, and I could not wait for the further adventures of Ari and Dante. And I feel so honored that Benjamin trusted me with this story, and it's an incredibly emotional process to tell this story and to bring it to life and to bring the universe of his beautiful and vivid and real characters to life. So in honoring me, you honor him, you honor Ari, you honor Dante, and I'm incredibly, incredibly grateful. Thank you.
Congratulations.
This year's Best Female Narrator is
Deepti Gupta, narrating The Parted Earth by Anjali Anjetti.
Thank you, APA, for this honor. Thank you, Dion Audio, Novel Audio, and Hub City Press for finding me to narrate this book that has changed me in ways I wasn't looking to be changed. Thank you, Anjali, for writing The Parted Earth. I am forever grateful for your words. I want to thank my parents for showing me how deeply stories can impact people, and I feel like I continue to strive to do that through my work. I want to thank my husband and my son for bearing with me when I yell at them from my booth that they need to shut up, and for celebrating with me my wins and being there for me when I lose. I want to thank my friend Krista Lewis. Krista, thank you for helping me when I was a newbie in the world of audiobooks. You have continued to be my champion, and I wish everyone can have a friend like you. And I want to say to the writers whose words we get to narrate that words are your soul seeking expression, seeking connection. So don't stop. We need them. And specifically to South Asian female writers, I want to say, as kids, we were told a lot of times to shut up and hold secrets inside our bodies and not say because they're dangerous. And I, for one, am ready to live dangerously. So give me your words. And that's it. Thank you for this amazing award that still feels unreal.
And the winner of the 2022 Audiobook of the Year is
Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, narrated by Ray Porter.
Thank you so much. This is an incredible honor, and it was just I'm so thrilled to be in this situation where I'm getting this, and I feel like all I did was scribble down a book, and then this guy made it an audiobook of the year. So I'm just thank you so much. I don't know who to thank exactly because as a writer, I live in a little cave by myself. All the folks at Audible, obviously, and the production people who put this all together. I think Ray knows their actual names. I'm so sorry I'm that far out of the loop. But yeah, just thank you so much from the bottom of your heart.
What an amazing thing. First and foremost, I have to thank Andy Weir for writing such an incredible book. It was such a privilege to say his words. I want to thank Audible for trusting me to narrate Project Hail Mary. It was an absolute privilege, and I hope to do it again sometime. Maybe not Project Hail Mary, maybe another book, unless you'd like it in semaphore, but we can talk. I have to give a major shout out to the production team at Audible, specifically Alex Trajano, who provided, no spoilers, some effects. We'll leave it at that. And I also want to thank my friends.
Some musical notes.
Musical notes. And I want to thank my friends at Out Loud Audio in Burbank for the tech. And very much, most importantly, I want to thank the APA. I'm very proud to be a part of this community, and what an absolute privilege to win this on behalf of Audible and my friend Andy. Thanks very much. Thank you.
On behalf of Audible, I'm so excited to accept this award for Audiobook of the Year. It truly takes a village to make a production like this, and there are a ton of people we want to thank. Thanks to Steve Feldberg for being so supportive of this project. Thanks to Ray Porter for being Ray Porter. Thanks to Andy Weir for writing something that was so fun to work on. And thanks to Alex Trajano for making it sound fantastic. I also want to thank Mike Charzik, who's our VP of Audible Studios, Zola Mashariki, and Rachel Giazza for their constant support of what we do every single day. This is a true honor, and we're really thrilled to accept this award. So thank you so much.
On behalf of the Audio Publishers Association, I'd like to thank you all for joining us for the 2022 Audio Awards. I'll see you next year when I'm accepting an award, all the awards, for all the categories that I am eligible for. I'll take them all. See you next year. Vote for me, or just buy my book. Thanks.